Hi everybody. Sorry. I'm the Yodl Meister at Yodl, and we are building an Apple Pay, but cardless. Entirely built on crypto, stablecoin, Web3 infrastructure. This talk is about the journey, how we went from a humble dApp into a super dApp. There's two parts: how we can pay with Yodl Pay in the old world, traditional, regulated payment networks. And the second part is how we enable the new world to build their own payment rails according to the principles we like: decentralized, permissionless, non-custodial. So what is a super app? It started in China with Alipay and WeChat Pay. They basically reserved a container for third-party developers to build little mini apps within their host app Alipay. And they could use the host functionalities such as paying. This trend didn't really catch on in the West or outside of China in general, but now you can see it more and more with super dApps like WorldCoin and Farcaster. They basically allow you to tap into their user base and use the functionalities they have. Now with Yodl, we are building a super dApp with an audience that wants to pay in the real life. We have a few more functionalities for that, but the priority right now is payments for everyday things in the shop with the tokens in your wallet. And that's how it looks. You go into any regular shop, you use your wallet, you pick the token you want to pay with. It works directly from the home screen or the action button. In this case, it's paying USDC, but you can pay with any token, including Pepe. Then he confirms the payment and signs with the private key in his wallet. This works with any wallet, with any key that you have, with any token on most chains. Now this QR code is not our QR code, it's the existing QR code of the merchant or the payment processor. We simply recognize the QR code and make the payment happen. This will be live soon. Join the waitlist now, as soon as possible. The earlier, the better, as you know. And that's basically following the original dream of Satoshi. He wanted to build a peer-to-peer based payment system where your crypto is money and where you sign your payments with your private keys. The reality right now is the following. You've got an Apple Pay wallet where you load a credit card into the wallet, and that enables you to pay with the credit card balance in the respective payment network. These payment networks are on the top of the food chain in the payment industry and are worth hundreds of billions in market cap each. They have an addressable market of about 100 million merchants, typically. Next up, you get yourself a little crypto credit card. You sign up at a crypto card issuer like Gnosis Pay, you KYC. Then you deposit a specific token on a specific chain. You authorize and approve Gnosis Pay to make a payment happen. And then you tap your credit card. When you tap, Gnosis Pay will pull the assets from your deposits to authorize the payment in the payment network. Now that's the issue. It's not your crypto really that you want, it's the crypto that Gnosis Pay wants you to use on the chain they want you to use. It's not your key either, it's the card issuer who will pull the money with their private keys from your wallet. And with that, it is not a peer-to-peer payment, will never be. By definition, you need a middleman to make the payment happen. Now, Yodl Pay is different. We basically, once you scan a QR code, we have a payment request, and you select the token you want to pay with. We aggregate the best routes. You can pay with any token. You sign with the wallet you already have. And then it's sent on-chain directly, and the issuer of the blue code issuer we have will receive the stablecoin that they require to authorize the payment in the blue code network. Now what is blue code network? It's a payment network that started in Austria. I was first engineer and CTO. It's a Series B company, so I know it very well. The key thing, the thing that not many people know, is they have developed something revolutionary, which is a payment roaming. So you cannot just, or you're not limited to their payment network. They will integrate and have integrated lots of other payment networks, including Alipay, and all the payment networks that are part of Alipay, so you can pay worldwide in Asia with that system. There's more payment networks in Europe that are being signed up as you go, including Discover, Diners Club, where you can tap and pay at the merchants that do not yet support the mobile-based payment flows. Now, we don't stop there. We can basically integrate any payment protocol, either through this payment aggregator or ourselves. We, of course, also support all the crypto-based payment protocols, hopefully soon also the Shopify, so you can pay with Yodl Pay with any token in the Shopify USDC-based payment flow. Crucially, it's your keys, it's your crypto, and we also have a path towards peer-to-peer payments. You simply replace the QR code, and then the merchant can receive the money directly. Now, for you as a user, you're getting a dApp that you can load in the in-app browser of your wallet. You can load it in your browser and connect to your wallet. Works with passkeys, works with EOA wallets, anything. If you want to tap and pay, you have to get our native app, which is coming soon. Now, that's the first part, how we paid in the old system at the regular merchant. So the merchant doesn't have to do anything, and you simply can pay. But what about the new thing? And so I'm sort of going from bottom up now, how everything works. So the initial problem we had back then was, how can I get my parents to send me 100 euros worth of USDC? Addresses are complicated, ENS names didn't work consistently and still are not properly and uniformly supported, so you never will know if it properly will work with the wallet of the sender. Then there's a few more issues. There's so many USDCs and exchange rates from euros to USD is not clear. So we built something simple, a payment link. The payment link includes your destination address, an ENS name, and you can configure your payment preferences in the URL. In this case, it's I want to receive USDC on a few L2s. I can send that to the sender, and he will then be able to send me fiat money, like in US dollars, euros. We look up the price feeds and so on, and convert it into the corresponding destination token amount. Once he selected the amount, he can pick the token that he want to pay with, and we aggregate all the DEXs to automatically swap into the token that the recipient wants. Finally, once the payment is done, we create human-readable receipts. We skip the entire blockchain magic that you have in Block Explorer pages. We also render nice little preview cards, so it shows directly in your WhatsApp or Telegram or Twitter feed. And eventually, we realized these URLs are getting too long and out of sync. You send your link to somebody, and you change your address, your tokens, and so on, or you put it on a QR code, you want to update that. But where do you keep those payment preferences? We found a way. There is a magic piece called ENS, and they have text records in your ENS records. So we simply take the payment preferences and put it into your ENS text record. Next time you open your payment link, it's automatically looking up the records and configuring the payment link. You can update it after the effect, and it updates for everybody else. Now then we went crazy and said, now we have a way to store user preferences in ENS in a decentralized way, in a standard way, and we added more features, such as customizable preview cards. So you can have fun, social, media-friendly preview cards for your links, make your app a little bit more viral. You can completely customize with your own renderer as well. Code is open source, you can just copy it. And then we came to the next problem. How do you get notified when a payment happens? So instead of sending you emails or something like that, we simply tell you, you can configure your own webhook that we will trigger whenever a payment happens. And we created a little Telegram bot that you then can either use yourself and customize, or use our own to basically get notified every time you hit a payment. One project that does that very well, it's the Paddle Battle auction platform. They have implemented all our features, An MVP, they simply get the bits of the people, put it in a Telegram group, and everybody's notified, and there's a little bidding war going on because it's instant. Took them 5 minutes to configure that, and very easy to build these little payment systems. Next problem is, how do you actually save your friends and build an address book like you have in your traditional payment thing? And last year I was at the ECC and I learned about EFP, Ethereum Follow Protocol. Excellent protocol that keeps on giving, I have to say. So we started with the address book, and you simply follow a friend, and that puts them in your address book. The cool thing is, once you're bored of Yodl and you want to move to a different app, the address book and the graph travels with you. Now we started with the address book, obvious, but then we realized this is actually a great social graph trust core metrics. You can't trust the QR code really, it's easy to fake. It's easy to fake a name or an address, but it's very hard to trust somebody's follower, to fake somebody's follower list. So with that, you're always sure that you're sending it to a correct address and you're not being scammed. Next problem, we're all getting thirsty, and we invented a beer tap mini app. This is a beer tap. It has a mini app, I'll explain later, and you can scan. 3 minutes. All right, let's look at it. Mini app, you can buy a beer, tap unlocks. Beer tap unlocks automatically, tap a beer. That's using our mini app framework that you then can do basically do anything using the systems we have in place. If you like the mini app, you simply follow them. It puts them into your super app as your shortcut. And with that, we have a decentralized App Store that is done. All right.